Scratching my chin.
Scratching the beard.
Scratching my chin.
Oh.
It feels so nice. Because my chin itches.
You said that you're ready to record about 10 times and then started talking about some random shit.
Oh no,
Scratching my beard. Oh, it feels nice.
Oh, it's not beard, it's a chin. Because I
Chin
don't have
beard.
enough hair, unfortunately. Thank you for reminding me.
What?
That I don't
You
have
can't
enough.
grow a beard. Do you want a beard?
I do want a beard,
Are
actually.
you upset? Is this a personal issue that we shouldn't talk about on the
is
podcast?
this like just turning into therapy for my lack of beard?
Beard therapy.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's a bit hairy.
Tell me about your beard. Oh no, wait, you don't have one. That's how therapists should work.
I'm just going to point out everything that's wrong with you right now.
Tell me how you quit your alcohol addiction. Oh no, wait, you're drunk right now. Oh, like passive aggressive, ironic therapy sessions. Oh dear, poor you. Things don't work out.
Tell me how you turn your life round. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time.
Hello and welcome to the fifth ever A Wonderful Waste of Time podcast. Fifth ever. All the time. Next episode, number 6, is another top 5. And we're going to do a top 5 episodes of A Wonderful Waste of Time. Coming in at number 1. Number 1.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2. It's number 2. Guess what's at number 3?
I bet it's
Number 4!
Yes, I got it! What? I'm so excited! Yes, I got it right!
I worked it out, man. I knew where he was
Oh
going.
my god, yes.
So this is the 5th ever episode of Wonderful Waste of Time, and this is, of course, the categorized version of Wonderful Waste of Time.
Categories.
If you've not listened to this before, why haven't you listened to this before? Go and subscribe, /like or follow or whatever social media you're using, and comment throughout the video of your opinions of what we're talking about, if we missed anything or whatever.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Categories sounds like cat degrees.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does, though. It kind of does. You said it earlier, and I was like, it sounds a bit like categories. Categories, cat degrees.
It does sound a bit like it, but not enough to think that cat degrees is a normal thing to have said. Also, I'm curious as to whether this is a hot cat or a cat that's been to university.
No, it's,
Is it a well-educated cat?
Yeah, is it a well-educated? Oh, wow. You've just taken it somewhere totally different now.
He's earned himself a cat
He
degree.
could just be really bent.
I've heard he's got a cat degree in traditional art.
You see those paw prints? The shade and from the bottom to the
Oh no,
claws.
Mittens prefers the classics. He doesn't like this cubism malarkey. It's more of a Rembrandt fellow. Our kittens.
Yeah, not a fan of Beethoven after he saw the film.
Beethoven, who wasn't a painter.
No, oh wow, I was talking about music. I just thought, classical art. Music was an art form.
Traditional art tends to be painting, though,
Okay, well,
as a subject.
as
None
a
of this
subject.
matters. Let's do a podcast instead.
Oh yeah, categories. So go for the categories.
So, this version of the podcast is the kind where we go into one of 6 categories, or the anything category. You're still thinking about categories, aren't you? Wonderful.
Waste of time.
Yeah, true. Fair play. And then the other one's are top 5. So every odd numbered one is categories. Every even numbered one is a top 5. Also, we haven't introduced ourselves. My name is Cross Straylight, and with me, as always, is.
My name is Dauda SG Ladejo B.
And we are recording at Studio 3 Arts,
Yes,
as
we
we
are.
so very often do.
Yes, we do.
And you could look them up by googling Studio
the
3.
internet.
Studio 3 Barking.
Studio 3 Arts. You don't have to put Barking.
It would help narrow it down. There is a
One and
production company in America called Studio 3.
Well, if you for some reason think we're recording this in America, then
I just mean there's probably other places that might have a similar name.
But
if you were to
don't
add
matter.
barking, it would help.
they don't
Exactly, it would
matter.
help filter out the things that don't matter.
Filter out the crap. Yeah, no, Studio 3 Arts.
Get to the
barking.
good shit.
Yeah, thank you for letting us use your building so we can have conversations.
Yes.
It's very, very kind of you.
So we're going to be picking from one of 6 categories, which are film, television, games, comics, books, manga as one category, music, poetry, and whatever the other one I said.
Anything.
I didn't.
Cartoons
and anime.
Cartoons and anime.
Yeah.
And then I mean this.
And then anything
Yeah,
there's the spare category where you can pick from those or something random that you want to talk about. It doesn't really matter.
Like how categories sounds like.
Like a category. Like, what if cats could get degrees? What if a cat got a degree in passive aggression therapy sessions, and you just had a cat being sarcastic to you to help you with your addictions,
What's going on?
like we were talking about earlier? No. You don't remember the conversation from about 3 minutes ago.
No, I remember it, but then something just.
But the cat could get a degree in it.
to help you. Oh, the addiction thing.
You
Oh,
could
yeah,
get a
yeah,
degree
yeah,
in that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of psychotherapy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how comfortable you would be at just kind of spilling your life to a cat.
More comfortable.
Really, I don't know. Cats have this
Can't
kind of look
talk,
at
who's
death.
gonna tell?
Though. They have this kind of look at that. It would look so uninterested in your life. You know.
I like that.
I like how cold you are.
I want a therapist who really is honest about how little of a fuck they give.
Oh man.
So let's find out who's going to be talking first. You ready?
Yes.
Do your noise.
Go.
I like the trading styles. Me,
Me being me or me being you?
because I said it, and that's how words work.
Okay, well, sorry.
All right, and
make
spit again to find out which category I'm doing.
Go on.
Fingers crossed for categories.
The wheel is back
Stop.
functioning.
Comics, books, and manga.
Yes.
The category I wanted the least.
The most.
Ah, yes.
Yes. You said to me earlier how excited you was about.
Yeah.
all
This is like the one thing I'm struggling to come up with things for. But I do have one thing, and I think it's a good thing and an interesting thing.
Go
So
on.
let's use up my one thing and hope I don't get this category for at least 10 episodes after this.
That's right. That's, you know.
So the thing I wanted to talk about is comics rather than books and manga.
Yeah,
It probably applies to manga and books as well.
Yeah.
But it's
All
a
literature.
comic book thing because I want to talk about supervillains.
Okay.
And the idea that a lot of really good supervillains are either the complete opposite of the protagonist or run at sort of a parallel. So Batman's obviously the easiest example to go for. So
Joker.
Batman's whole thing, Joker's obviously his arch nemesis.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is, Batman's whole thing is fear. So he became Batman because he was like owning his fears.
Yeah.
Because when he was little at the manor, he fell into the
fell into the
Batcave and
well,
was
yeah.
scared about the bats. So then he embraced that when he decided to fight crime.
Mm.
The Joker's thing is also like fear, but in a more anarchistic sense. So they run in sort of a parallel with what it is that they have at their advantage is both it's trying to cause fear. So Batman's trying to cause fear in his enemies, the Joker is trying to cause fear in the general public.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Joker is in a way the opposite of Batman because Batman is all dark and stealthy and the Joker is a fucking clown man
Yeah.
who
Loud.
blows things
Flash,
up and
yeah.
laughs maniacally and shit like that.
Yeah. No. I mean, the fear thing. Like you can kind of say that every villain just wants to kind of.
A lot of them are more
make
like
everyone-
domination. A lot of them are more, sexy. Domination. No, a lot of them are like trying to take over or be in charge of something.
Yeah.
Or acquire a thing. Not all of them are just about fear.
Oh well, yeah. I guess the Joker's the one who makes it seem that he just wants to scare people. and
He's
he
just straight up
just
like
wants to see chaos.
he has no purpose other than just to fuck with people, take
Fuck
things and do
shit
what he
up.
wants.
Yeah, I mean, like
He wants to live how he wants
my
to
whole
live.
thing, my whole thing about the Joker. This is why I kind of like the Joker. Is I feel like he's a lot more calculated than he lets on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's not just totally.
Oh no, there's no way you could set up the amount of things he's doing without having some
Exactly.
level of planning.
So
He has some administrative skills.
yeah.
Nobody ever talks about how good the Joker is at logistics.
And his negotiation skills are just top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever talks about that. They're always bringing up all the murder and the theft.
Yeah, then you know, thanks to the latest film, it's all about his relationship. You know.
Oh, I'm not talking about the film. So I'm talking about just...
yeah, the comics as well, of course. Yeah,
I'm mostly talking about the character.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not talking about the most recent... I haven't seen Suicide Squad, because I don't really have anything to say about that.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking about the classic Joker.
He wasn't really that much of a figure in
The real Joker, who just, like...
who lives in...
killed one of the Robins with a crowbar, because, you know... It's an afternoon activity.
Wait, did the crow kill the Robin? You didn't make that joke.
The Scarecrow probably should have killed it with a crowbar. That should be the Scarecrow's weapon. A scary crowbar.
A scary crowbar. Well, put some hay on
just
it.
draw a very angry face
eyes
on
on
it.
it,
Yeah. Oh no, it's the Scarecrow. I'm coming to get you. He's just wiggling the crowbar in your face. I'm coming for you.
Hilarious. The crow killed the Robin. I feel like that should have just been either the name of that episode.
That arc was called A Death in the Family.
A Death in the Family.
It was one of the darkest things.
Yeah,
that
no,
happened.
fair enough. It does sound like it.
I believe that is A Death in the Family, isn't it? The Killing Joke is about Batgirl. I think I got them the right way around. I might have them wrong.
Killed Batgirl as well.
No. Shot her in the spine, though.
Shot her
Spoilers!
In the spine.
People know this. This is like This is so long ago.
Comics,
Everyone knows who she became after that happened anyway. So it's like I'm going.
Yeah.
You might not.
Everyone
the
knows
majority
that.
of people the majority of people that care.
Yeah. So where did she
know.
come
So
off
she
that?
gets shot in the spine and then she's paralysed and she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And she becomes the Oracle, who is like his tech backup and hacks into things and does the logistics.
Oh, sick. Okay,
That
cool.
thing that the Joker doesn't have anyone for,
No,
but never
but
gets credit for.
but he gets
But Batman's got a whole fucking department
Whole
for
team
it.
for it,
Fucking
man.
lightweight.
Yeah, he's got a whole system running for him. And then obviously he's got the ever faithful, what's his partner's name again?
Alfred, yeah.
Yeah, but
Cooking
back
his
to the
dinner,
original
cleaning
point
his
actually. What?
Lazy,
Can't
rich
do
man.
some shit. Back to your point though. I don't know because I'm trying to think external from Batman because Batman and Joker, I guess personality wise, they're definitely you know dark and gloomy to brash and loud. Yeah, so like they're definite opposites. But like okay, Superman and Lex Luthor.
So I wouldn't. That's the thing. I've not really thought about it in terms of being Lex Luthor. I was thinking more in terms of being Zod. General Zod.
General Zod.
Who runs at a parallel in the fact that he is from another planet coming to Earth, but then runs in the opposite in the fact that Superman just showed up here and is trying to save everyone, and he showed up here to fuck shit up and take over. I suppose the way that Lex Luthor would be opposite is that he doesn't have any supernatural powers.
So he's just a normal human.
It's kind of like Batman fighting people. Lex Luthor is quite a lot like Batman.
I would actually that they're both dark, gloomy geniuses, rich as hell.
A lot of this is maybe a topic for another time, but there are a lot of villains who have got degrees, not categories, but they have degrees,
actual degrees. So villains are.
There are a lot of scientists gone off the edge.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you just kind of get to know so much about the world that you just want to blow it up. And take control.
I've been there while I'm at home doing my sciences.
He's like this world. Let me just end it.
So I suppose the way that Lex Luthor would be the opposite to Superman. Would be in the fact that Superman has supernatural powers and all of his stuff is based on that, whereas Lex Luthor's some dude in a mechanical suit a lot of the time.
I mean, Superman has hair,
Lex
Luthor doesn't have hair, I guess. That could be
That's the
worse.
opposite. I'm not saying this applies to everyone. I'm just saying
Yeah, well, I'm trying to-
a lot of good villains
Yeah.
can be created this way.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So
you know,
the other
opposites.
examples I had would be Iron Man.
Yeah,
So he's got a lot of different.
Yeah, that's
people. His arch nemesis often comes up as being Mandarin, and Mandarin works well as being an opposite to him because obviously Iron Man is based around
Mandarin?
technology and stuff like that, and him building these suits and being all futuristic and being able to do stuff. And the Mandarin does magic. And he's like very traditional and old school. He's kind of like an evil Doctor Strange type figure.
Fair enough. Okay. I've not been introduced to
And
Mandarin.
then another one of his villains is called the Crimson Dynamo, and it's essentially he's just Iron Man, but he's evil and Russian because you know all Russians are evil.
Wow, I feel like we have to put some sort of disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Comics can be quite stereotypical sometimes.
No, disclaimer
Actually,
for that.
disclaimer, everything can be kind of stereotypical sometimes.
Except from us on A Wonderful Waste of Time, where we try to keep things very...
We don't believe in prejudices. We prejudge only the prejudices themselves.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was going to go back to a point.
That's always the best way to deal with a political problem is to go, I don't even know that it exists.
Yeah.
I'm out. See you later.
What? Racial and sexual inequalities? No. In this day and age...
I've never seen it happen, therefore it hasn't.
Yeah, it's not happened to me. So it's not real.
What were you going to say?
What I was going to say is Batman's actual nemesis may not be the Joker. Instead is
Superman.
Mr.
I know, I thought about it.
No, not Superman.
Kind of is.
Well, I mean, no, that cheesy film kind of just ruined that for me. The
Batman vs Superman. I didn't mean that. It's an old thing to have them fighting and stuff anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, personally, I'm a Batman guy, but
I don't like Superman at all.
yeah,
so
yeah. You know what I hate about Superman?
Very much pro
He's
Batman and anti Superman. He just has loads of powers. Didn't do anything to
He just
earn
tracks
them.
everything up. Yeah.
He just shows up and there's like, oh, I did everything. I could shoot lasers from my eyes and I'm bulletproof. And Batman's like, yeah, I spent years researching this. I'm out here. I could die at any moment. Also, I'm a master detective. And Superman's just like, laser vision, frost breath.
Why? Yeah, and then he always manages to get beaten up. No matter who his enemy is, he'll have like this struggle moment, and I'm like, what are you struggling for?
And also, he's supposedly unkillable. But why is nobody... Well, they probably have, and they've probably addressed this at some point.
Killed him.
Why is nobody just stabbing him with kryptonite?
Oh, no, they probably have.
They probably have, but why is that not working?
Yeah,
Why
well,
can't
the
they
only thing with that is
make
once
bullets
like
with
the kryptonite is like a certain distance, then it doesn't have any effect. So it's like, that's just, someone can just come along.
But the distance that it would be is through his face. So pretty close.
If it's stuck in his face and it stays in there, I'm guessing that's Superman. He's done.
That's done.
Yeah, that's about him, really.
Everyone's trying to shoot him with regular bullets.
Yeah, just get some kryptonite bullets. Yeah, but I mean, if he moves faster than bullets, then it's a bit like...
Catch him unawares.
People
have shot him before.
Boom. Yeah, no. Just catch him off guard. Definitely. Yeah, that's.
So all I'm trying to say is, let's go kill the Superman. We'll team up, form some kind of Legion of Doom.
I don't know who Superman is, but there's this guy. Wait, there's this guy.
I don't want to blow your mind. It's Clark Kent.
No,
you never saw
no,
it.
you're joking. Because I was going to say,
the reporter.
I haven't seen the reporter and Superman in the same place. Oh my God, this is.
I thought I'd finally solved it.
Man, so I guess this is general knowledge. No, what I was actually going to say is Batman's arch nemesis is the guy from the League of Shadows, whatever they're called.
League of Shadows?
Yeah, what's his name?
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul. That's his real arch nemesis when you really think about it. Cause that's like he's like Joker's the one that come in after, but that's his backstory.
Dad. It's like his evil father figure.
Yeah, but that's like the ghost that haunts him. That's his. That's.
I would say the death of his parents was the ghost that haunts him. But I would say that his parents were his nemesis.
Okay, no, fair enough. I guess he doesn't come back enough.
It's not Ra's al Ghul that killed his parents.
No.
It's Joe Chill. I believe his name was.
Okay.
That's the person
That's
that
it,
he
yeah,
used to
yeah.
be, but they've probably done different versions by loads of different people. They've also done some very good like split arcs from it. There's one where Bruce dies and his dad becomes Batman
Okay.
and his mum becomes the Joker.
Oh.
I
Whoa.
want to read that shit.
Deep.
That sounds good.
Wow, sounds like some serious
That
family
sounds some
therapy,
dark family
man.
stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like they
I'm
really need
into
to
that. I need to
sit
read
down
that.
and really talk about things because that got dark.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What other villains?
Name a
Spider-Man-
superhero.
Name a
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Is Green Goblin his real nemesis though,
Who else?
or is it Doc Ock?
Doc Ock. That's a good one.
Because he's the scientist. See, a lot of his villains are scientists, and he is a budding scientist.
Yeah.
Peter Parker is, as much as he works for a newspaper, he wants
to be a
to be a scientist. That's why he was there in the first place for it to have happened.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of them are. And if you were going to say about one person that haunts him, it would be the Lizard,
Yeah.
Dr. Connors.
No, but I mean, he ends up working
who
with
essentially
Dr.
does
Connors.
like a similar thing. Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about how you create the characters in the first place. This is not just to go try and pigeonhole all the villains.
Yeah.
It's just to say an easy way to come up with villains for someone is to do
Yeah.
because it gives you a force for them to fight against, and a parallel gives you
Makes
something
sense.
to compare them against.
Yeah.
As they go, what if they'd been evil instead, and then what if that did happen, and then they fought each
This
other.
could be what they. Okay.
Look
Yeah.
at what they could have become.
Venom. Perfect.
Venom, exactly.
Perfect.
Venom-
That's literally-
Venom is his
literally
parallel.
Literally. Okay. Yeah. That puts it more into that.
It's
is
like a
alternative
creepy
when you think about
symbiote from space,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
But he does essentially just become him and do. Actually, Carnage, if anything, is more like him. So Carnage is sort of like an extension of Venom.
Yeah.
That is straight up. It's just like Venom Spider-Man.
Okay.
But it
Fair enough.
causes carnage. That's where it gets its name.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
That was okay.
Um,
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, I mean, with regards to it being an easy way to just kind of find a villain for a hero,
Yeah.
is what's the total opposite?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, fair enough.
Like
That
Hulk
makes sense.
and the brilliantly parallel version of him, the Red Hulk.
Is that his? No.
The Red Hulk.
Oh yeah.
He's the Hulk.
What
but also
colour's Red
he's
Hulk?
Red. He's sort of a maroon. But obviously that's not just a. So as much as it's funny to just point that out as being like, oh yeah, it's the Red Hulk. But
Yeah.
the Red Hulk is a military person, and Bruce Banner is a sciencey
scientist,
person,
yeah.
and they're kind of opposites there as much as they run at a parallel of both being Hulk. people.
Yeah.
Hulken-like.
Sounds a little bit Scandinavian there. Hulkenberg.
Hulken-like.
Uh,
I'm trying to think of more
what villains?
like good. No, good. If you think of the good superhero, then you'll find the villain. But I'm trying to think of someone I know enough about to really talk about. Because I can't really say anything about Thor.
No, who are his villains?
Who cares?
Okay then.
Not me.
There we go.
That's
that for the
I've
old
never really read
scriptures.
Thor. I'm not super into Thor.
Yeah.
Captain America is obviously the Red Skull,
Red Skull.
who is.
It was basically
But
just
that's
Russia
kind of
versus USA.
no, it's German. He's a,
Oh, right,
he's a
yeah,
Nazi
yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. You know.
Europe, right? Oh, Russia, Europe. Oh, stuck in
But I suppose their opposition would be that he wants to control things and take over, whereas it's Captain America's views are like freedom,
liberty,
liberty and justice and
yeah.
colonization, all that.
All the things that Trump stands for and openly addresses in all of his talks to everyone.
But not the good kind of colonization, as in
What's the good?
other planets.
Ah, is that
That's a
is
beau-
that
colonizing
yeah.
land that's not owned by anyone is a wonderful thing that
about
can
all
help
the
people.
organisms that have billions of years of history.
But they ain't humans, so fuck them.
Oh wow, man! I feel we should respect everyone. Alien individual, alien.
Well, we can
Yeah,
benefit
pretty
each
good.
other. Well, so you think we should stay on this planet until we all kill ourselves? Well, and by kill
As
ourselves,
far
I
as that
mean
sounds.
certain people killing everyone else.
And then us killing the planet. No. I mean, it'll be fun to fly to other planets. Actually,
Yes.
I hope that happens in our lifetime. Actually, that would be so cool.
It won't happen for us. It might happen for some people.
Fuck my
within our
kids.
life.
Oh, I thought you meant it can happen for us, but happen for our kids. Fuck my kids. If I don't get
I'm
to go
going now.
if I don't get to go on space shuttles, you ain't getting a space shuttle.
If I'm not going, you're earthbound.
You ain't leaving me here. No.
Your
Yeah,
kids
true,
just like,
true.
but Daddy, we want to go to space. They're like, I'm doing it. I'm calling up Elon Musk. Mr. Musk, they're not going to space. Like, it's the future equivalent of, like, people going, I'm calling Santa Claus,
Yeah.
you're
Elon
not getting
Musk.
any presents. I'm calling Elon Musk, you're not going to space.
The Tesla company is literally just taking over everything. Like
What would it be Tesla? It would be SpaceX, his company that are actually doing that.
the space exploration. You
It's
know
not
what?
like he's just
Yeah.
got electric cars, they'll go
Yeah.
everywhere.
Hey man, I just like the name Tesla.
It is a
Fuck
good
is on
name
the
for it.
company, right?
But you know who came up with the name Tesla?
Was it?
Was it Nikola Tesla?
No,
He didn't come, actually, that's a lie. He didn't come up
It
with
was
it.
his parents.
He probably didn't
Or
come up
parents'
with it.
parents. Or his parents.
Someone
parents.
in his genealogy.
Someone down the line there.
Or someone else, actually. Probably somebody else
What,
named him
United?
Tesla.
Tesla. Well,
'Cause,
not knighted, but you know what I mean.
Knighted. Dubbed him.
Yeah, you are. You are now.
Knighted you.
You are now.
Mr. Tesla.
Mr. Tesla. Wow. Okay. Totally lost where we were.
This has gone to some strange places already.
Yeah, man. Villains.
Who would you say was Elon Musk's? Musk's.
Oh,
Who's
man.
Elon Musk's arch nemesis?
I would say anyone
Is
who's
it Donald
part
Trump?
of the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah.
Anyone who just wants to ignore
Or is it
science.
someone super religious? Is it the Pope?
No, but the Pope, you know what?
But the Pope's not a
really-
bad guy.
Yeah, this Pope.
This
right
Pope's
now
a
is
really
actually,
good
yeah,
Pope.
Yeah. He understands we live in the 21st century. And
That's the parallel.
Yeah. What? What do we think?
The opposite part is religion versus science, but the parallel is that they're both real cool dudes.
So there's no real villainy here. They're just we just have slightly opposing views of things.
It's a sliding
but-
scale.
Hey, yeah.
What is good and evil?
What-
Maybe Elon Musk is evil.
Maybe he is evil, actually. You
Maybe he wanted electric
maybe
cars to
yeah,
kill us all.
like you know, he's getting to a point where he's going to be able to control everyone's car.
In a good way that stops them from killing themselves.
Well, you know, he's still a human being, so therefore he is.
He can't be trusted.
He can't be trusted. No,
None of these human types.
No, man.
Not
like,
on
come
my
man.
Earth. Not on my Mars.
I mean, I'd get it if he was trying to save the world and he was taking all these necessary steps to do so and actually being an advocate in that. But he's just a normal human being.
It's just some bloke
It's just some
who showed
bloke.
up and went electric cars in it,
You know
and
what
then
I
all
mean?
the scientists did their sciencey stuff, and now we've got
Because
electric cars.
he's not the guy who's in the lab or in the garage.
Yeah, he did all the
tweaking all
engineering
this.
studies, but he doesn't use any of it.
Nah, man. He's you know what he is? He's like
He's
a
got
maths teacher.
categories.
He's like a maths teacher who he's just reading from the textbook and using the calculator. He's that guy. the real calculator, the dudes that are doing the shit. They're the ones we should be congratulating, man. I want to know who Elon Musk's main engineer is. How about that?
What? Who his CTO is?
Because
He's the
chief technology officer.
Actually,
Okay.
he has in several times. We've made a lot of jokes about Elon Musk,
But really,
but let's get down to brass tacks. In a lot of his companies, he has actually stepped down as CEO to let someone else do that, so that he can be the CTO, so that he can actually be doing the designing and stuff like that.
okay.
It's very,
Suspicious move.
it's a very
Suspicious move. I don't trust that. Why did he have to step down from CEO? Why wasn't he just originally CTO? Why didn't he just say?
Because he
I know
came
my
up with the
place.
company the first time.
Hey.
He's both
Hey.
a genius in terms of
Hey.
creating and inventing, which are the same
Right.
thing that I've said in two different ways,
Yeah.
and business and logistics, like the Joker.
Um,
He's much like the
you
Joker.
know what? He is the Joker, man. He's creating anarchy in the world, but it's controlled anarchy.
Controlled anarchy, aka normalcy.
Normality. No, he. To be fair, Elon Musk was actually probably Jesus' second coming. Just we're two.
Science Jesus. Many call him Science Jesus.
Science Jesus.
Hey, look, Science Jesus is on the TV again. He's gonna take us to Mars.
I once heard that is
Mars, aka.
I once heard that his lab blew up, and in 3 days
He
it was
re-
back
he
up
re-
and running.
rebuilt it.
Yeah. And then the Tesla was born.
Was born.
Yeah,
Was birthed from the factory. They rebuilt it, and then some doors opened, and it went. Actually, they don't make any noise. It went. I'm here. It was Kit from Knight Rider. It had the same voice. You've built me, Elon. I am here. We can save the world together.
Oh God.
Let's try to go back to some superheroes.
Yeah. Well, Elon Musk is a superhero.
I've got a list of some nemesises.
Okay,
So
who
to
you
do
got?
this based on Comic Vine's list, I'm only going to skip to ones that I know stuff about. So they've put Flash's nemesis as
Is
the
it
Flash,
the
Speedy Gun Speedy.
Yeah, no. It's some alien, isn't it? Who's his nemesis?
His nemesis on their list is Professor Zoom, aka the Reverse Flash. I know it's the worst name. Professor Zoom is the worst supervillain name.
It's so bad.
There are a lot of bad
so
superhero
bad.
names.
Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom is pretty shit.
Fuck.
He might as well be called Dr. Fast Guy.
Like there was a
In fact, I think
room
Dr.
of people.
Fast Guy is better.
There's a room of people that approve this.
Mr. Quick.
That sounds better.
Nesquik. It's the rabbit. It's the Nesquik rabbit. But it's pretty
Zoom.
obvious how he's parallel in the fact that they're both speedsters.
Yeah.
That one's pretty easy to draw the
that's
parallels.
just terrible. Wow.
But yeah, it's a brilliantly shit name, and that's
Yeah,
always worth
yeah.
mentioning. I also liked that on their list, the Teen Titans as a group.
The Teen Titans.
You know the Teen Titans? Robin, Young Cyborg, Starfire,
sorry,
Raven and Beast Boy.
Yeah.
And several others usually, but in the cartoons it's always those five.
Yeah.
Their villain being Deathstroke.
Mm.
He does come up a lot in their stuff from my memory. I
I
don't read a lot of
remember
Teen
watching a
Titans.
few of like the actual
Sort of
cartoons.
the cartoons,
yeah, I
and he
haven't,
does show up
read
as-
any comics.
But
so.
he is the complete opposite of a ragtag group of young up and coming superhero types.
Is he a
in the
washed
fact that
up?
he's a washed up old
Yeah, cool.
mercenary that's killing
enough.
everyone. He's just like an evil angry bastard.
Yeah. Okay, no, that
Yeah,
that works. That
that's
works
a
really
brilliant.
well.
They're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
polar opposites.
Yeah.
Like a group of young people, and then just an old cynical
One
man.
old guy who wants to go kill everyone. Jeez.
I haven't got much to say about this one.
No.
But Aquaman's nemesis being Black Manta. It's just basically, it's another guy in the sea to see things.
Ah, right. So you said Black Manta. I thought that sounded
like a
like
manta
a black
ray.
mamba. So I thought
No,
it was
not
a
like a
snake.
snake.
No.
They have to
okay.
meet at the shore to fight.
Yeah.
He's always threatening the sea from the edge.
I'll see you at low tide.
Yeah. Later tonight, all this will be mine.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So they have got Norman Osborn as Peter Parker
Yeah.
nemesis. I do think he is, but I can't work it into my theory. That's why I was trying to dodge it.
Well, I mean, they're both scientists because remember
That's
he was
true.
working
He is a
on.
scientist as well. Like,
And
almost all of his
the
own-
way they both, so Peter Parker's one was an accident, whereas he done it to himself.
That's true as well.
Yeah, so that
does do. Yeah,
that
sort
also
of
works.
oppositely parallel thing
Yeah,
there. I was
yeah.
going to say as well the idea that big silence there where I was trying to think of words and I
Yes.
literally choked.
Yes,
Um,
as in he's choking right now, people. Yeah, he's not taking.
Peter Parker lost his parents and is living with his aunt.
and he.
Whereas Norman Osborn is the father of his best friend and effectively is the reason why Harry becomes the same thing.
Yeah.
So there is kind of like a son trying to live up to his lost parents and then the parents sort of fucking up the child there as well. Oh, that's the other name for Red Hulk on this list. Thunderbolt Ross. It's General Ross, and
Thunderbolt.
he becomes part of the Thunderbolts. That's his nickname, Thunderbolt.
Wow.
General Ross.
Wow.
What about Magneto and the X-Men? It wouldn't be all the X-Men, I suppose. It would just
Magneto's Wolverine.
No, Magneto would be Professor X.
Yeah, Cerebral.
Best friend,
yeah,
Cerebral. That's the machine.
Yeah, no, I
Cerebral.
know, but I just
Professor X.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're besties at the same time of being mortal enemies.
I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
if
that's
that
the only
fits.
thing for that one is the fact that they're
That was
both
actually
kind of. Well, actually, I guess they've also got the kind of. They both want the same thing. They just believe
In different
two
ways.
different ways, literally two opposing ways
Yeah.
of getting it. And I guess there's this weird rumor that they're both based off like the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X kind of.
I've never heard that.
Oh yeah, so it's a really weird thing that I think is all bullshit. But it also does
kind
work
of
with the whole.
get it.
Yeah, you know, love thy neighbor or shoot them in the face.
Yeah. Shoot thy neighbour. That's probably.
That needs to be a thing. It doesn't actually, but yeah. I guess they kind of work. Although, if you think like more, okay, I was going to say more personal things than X-Men, but still a bit more personal things than X-Men. Wolverine and Magneto just seem to have more beef, even though you'd think that Wolverine would know better, right?
Well, Wolverine just sort of fights everyone and anything.
He does fight everyone and everything.
And his real enemy is his son, Daken. Because Daken is a wanker and deserves to die.
Okay, didn't know he had.
We can't go into all this now.
No,
There's a lot
I'm
to
missing
cover
out in the
with that.
comics, man.
But Daken is just a dickhead.
Yeah.
And has every reason to be killed.
So wait, what's his daughter business?
What's
in
the opposite
film?
of patricide?
What's
What's it called when you kill your kids?
Whoa, justice.
Justice.
Terrible.
It's called parenting.
Yeah,
Am I right, parents?
Discipline.
Oh.
That's what it is.
We're sort of running out of time for this, but obviously Thor's arch nemesis that we couldn't think of, Loki.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's just like I didn't even need to think of the comics to think about that. That's just mythology.
That's poor. That is so poor.
And then the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom.
Terrible.
That's pretty obvious.
Do you know what?
What have you got against Doctor Doom?
No, I got something about fucking Fantastic Four
Oh.
because it's such a great plot, but it's been so.
Well, you mean their
ruined.
basic story?
Yeah. I feel like
quite a
they
nice
could have
step.
so
They're
much more.
interesting.
They could, yeah.
They, in terms of the films and that, I think the films definitely
films
focused on
are
the
just
wrong
like-
bit
yeah,
in making them
films are so
New
shit.
Yorky people. They
films
should have
are
done the
shit.
space stuff.
The films are so shit.
They could have. The Fantastic Four could have easily have been like the earlier version of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in the comics.
Yeah,
Eventually,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all in space fighting Galactus. And shit.
Yeah.
That could have been the bit they focused on. That would have been far more interesting. That's too late for that.
It is. They've just done enough terrible films for me to give up on them.
So I think we'll have to leave it at that. But just quickly to throw in the Punisher and Jigsaw. Know about Jigsaw?
Punisher, I don't know about Jigsaw.
So
no.
Jigsaw is like he's a gangster.
Okay.
So he's already obviously
Yeah,
fits
yeah,
into
yeah,
it well,
yeah,
being
yeah.
there. But he's like all cut up and shit. He's
Okay.
like been ripped apart and
He
then
looks
sewn
like
back
he's sewn
together
back
again. So he
together
looks like
a
his
big Jigsaw.
Jigsaw man.
Oh, I need to find who names these people. I don't know whether to hug them or punch them. You know what I mean? Like, well done. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's just something to think about.
No,
I think
it
it's
works out.
It just, or if you're a writer and you're coming up with your character and you don't have a villain, or you have a villain and you want to come up with more villains.
Yeah.
So these are things to think about.
Yeah,
you can do it
that's-
well because none of those are bad. Well, some of them are poorly named, but they're not bad
They're
villains.
not bad villains, yeah.
Doctor Zoom's a shit name, but he's a good villain.
No, it works out. It works
Yeah.
out. I mean, I was a
Interesting.
bit skeptical at first, but the more we dug in,
Yeah.
the more sense it made. It's
to
almost
think
like you
about
thought
there.
about this.
Yeah.
Just.
Imagine planning for a podcast. Logistics.
Well-
I'm a lot like the Joker. I planned for this.
God,
I studied for
yeah.
many categories.
Categories. Hey. So I was hoping that'd be a temperature thing, but now it's just
No, I like the university angle.
yeah.
Imagine him learning every day, showing up in a lecture theatre, sitting on the desk.
Oh, you imagine
He'd
you're
get-
the cat.
No,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cat. I'm just imagining the cat showing up.
The cat
He's studying for his degrees.
Getting his cat degrees, yeah, man. Like, I mean, what would you study?
He was studying traditional art.
Oh, right,
That's what
yeah.
the cat
So we
was
covered
studying.
all of this, yeah. And I'm trying to think of a whole other story about him, like, I don't know,
Now's not the
maintaining
time.
9 lives and stuff
Now's
like
the
that.
time
man.
for a small break for us, and we'll be back in a second to come up with the second category / person who's talking about something.
We gonna get more categories. We gonna get
More categories after this.
Make like a Kanye
After these
episode.
short messages. Hi. Are you thinking about studying for your cat degrees? Then come on down to Catford University.
It's a wonderful waste of time.
Welcome back. We are now going to go into the second category and find out who's doing this. Hopefully it's you. Not you at home, listener. You can't play along. You can. Play along at home with our new board game.
No.
No, it was
wait.
me again.
Wait, that he kind of cheated there, people. I wanted people
No,
to
it
know
was
that he
me,
fucking
and then I
cheated.
did it again,
Yeah,
just out of
exactly.
frustration.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the
yeah.
last episode of this was me twice as well.
Oh, you know what? You're pretending like you don't like talking for almost an hour.
Well, we both talk. It's not like it's a podcast. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
doing it if I like to be silent most of the time.
It
would be a really
such
shit
an awkward
podcast.
you
Just
know what?
every now and then it's
You'd
like,
have to really like appreciate the people who listen to that. Though you'd have to be like, wow,
yeah,
you guys,
to
you
be
guys
a real
are real
fan
fans.
of that.
Yeah,
Have
like,
t-shirts and posters
whoa, man.
of the Awkward Silence podcast.
Talking about t-shirts, I love your t-shirt. Tom.
Thank you.
Oh, crap.
You can not buy this.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Well, I have a shirt with the logo on it.
Yeah, you
it's
do.
on our Instagram. If you go and look at our Instagram, I've got the logo
what's the
massively on my
Instagram
chest.
handle?
It's instagram.com/a wonderful waste of time.
Okay. Usually people
Easy
don't
to
put the
find.
Instagram.com bit, but
that's
I
how
like
you
to be
find it.
thorough. Yeah.
If you just want to type it in, fucking do that shit.
Because usually people
Or
have
go on there and search.
You know, they have the
It's the
app,
same thing.
and then they would usually like search.
Yeah,
it on the
right.
app. So on
It's
the app,
just
you
how
don't put
I
Instagram.
have to type it into the computer all the fucking time because I have to copy and dump links on everything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I do all of our online presence.
You do, and we all appreciate you for it.
You appreciate my logistics.
Yeah, you're a little bit like the Joker in that respect, you know.
Right, let's find out what category is and all fucking pray to whoever you believe in. Me personally, Elon Musk. That I don't get comics, books, and manga again because I've got nothing.
And comic books and manga.
That is genuinely what has just happened.
Hey, do you believe in jinx and shit?
I have nothing, and didn't we say before we can't do the same thing twice?
No, we can't do the same thing twice.
Same thing
anyway.
twice with the same
Yeah,
person isn't
yeah,
acceptable.
it's
So let's
not,
spin
it's
again.
not.
If it lands
Let's
in it
save
again,
them and
the
you.
podcast's over. I'm
So
going to
we
burn
just-
this t-shirt.
Just finish.
Films.
Films. Oh, you did this on.
Fuck for that.
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because there's been something
you-
in between.
There's a lot for films. There's a
Um,
lot of films.
There are a lot of films, yes.
Is that what you're going to talk
Of
about?
which now I shall pick one.
Yeah.
As looking at my notes, I apparently forgot to write some notes for films.
Okay.
And I've only just got stuff on my phone. So let's talk about one of my favourite films, the easy way to get out of this. Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Let's talk about the idea of chronological ordering in films.
Why it's not needed?
But it is to tell good stories sometimes. That's part of why that film's good, and also the entire concept of the film Memento.
I don't think I've seen Memento.
It's good.
Oh.
It's all backwards, essentially. It starts off with him... it starts off with a little bit, and then it has him covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
And then he basically uses the tattoos to backtrack and work out what he's been doing, because he has memory loss, and he keeps tattooing information to remember what's happened to him.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Pulp Fiction,
Yeah,
so
Pulp
we'll
Fiction.
come back to that afterwards. But I like in Pulp Fiction the fact that you don't see it in the right order.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of what adds to it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of films have flashbacks and stuff like that, but to do it completely out of order,
Yeah.
especially
no,
since the beginning bit comes in right at the end and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and you get different chunks of their lives, you just get the interesting bits of their lives. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. The whole kind of ordering of it works perfectly for it.
Yeah.
And it kind of like I can't remember which bit is, but it's like you kind of know certain people are gonna die, and then
Yeah,
kind of
exactly,
really-
and it doesn't matter.
yeah, it's just quite interesting. Like you're like locked in, but I think it's because there's so many different stories going through. It's
Yeah.
like okay, I know how yours is gonna end,
'Cause you've got
but it's
several
still
people.
So, but it's
Yeah.
like so it's well intertwined or well woven together, and it's. I mean, they've got some extremes in there, though, haven't they? Like they've got some like the basement scene.
Oh yeah, it gets a bit weird.
So
Definitely gets a bit weird.
yeah, man.
And they bring out the gimp.
Yeah, what that was that scene is.
But I like the
absolutely
things like that in the
crazy.
fact that having the order messed up
Yeah,
makes it so that scenes like that are just like so out of place anyway. The fact that they're out of place in time as well is just kind of interesting. I like that about it. And I do like what you said about how you can see that characters have died and then they're still in it.
and you're still kind of
Like
locked in.
you see spoilers, obviously.
Yeah.
We're talking, if we just assume when we're talking about a film, we're going to have to talk about the film.
So yeah, I mean, if
what podcasting
anyone's
is.
complaint is you've spoiled a film for me, my complaint is you haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
So-
Especially with like Pulp Fiction, you should definitely have seen Pulp Fiction.
Hate to be that guy that tells you gotta see this, but you got to see this. No, definitely, man, you have to see Pulp Fiction. It's a great film.
Like the fact that you see Vincent Vega, John Travolta's character,
Yeah.
get shot, and then he's still in other scenes of it is cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You have them. Actually, no, that actually plays in the right order, doesn't it?
Does it?
I was going to say no, not that.
Oh,
When they accidentally shoot the guy in the back of the car, who is Phil Lamar, plays the guys in the back of the car. I can't remember what his character's name is.
look at the car.
So they have the burger scene, the
Yeah.
very famous Kahuna burger
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah.
And they take one of them with them.
Yeah. Oh,
And
right,
they
he
accidentally shoot him as he
breaks.
goes over a
Yeah,
speed
yeah,
bump.
Yeah, that's why they have to go find Mr. Wolf and.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's why they have to go to Quentin Tarantino himself's place.
Oh yeah. And he's the one
to
that
get
brings
rid
them
of
to-
bodies,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
gives them the shitty clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's how it works.
yeah.
That's where the order goes wrong
Yeah.
because you see them earlier on wearing the clothes from that, and it's
Because
like,
they've
why
already
are
gone
they
into
dressed
the-
so
yeah,
shittily?
yeah,
Because that bit's happened. Because you've got the order wrong.
So mudded up.
But I just think that adds a lot to how that film plays. I think if it all played in order, it would still be interesting, but it wouldn't feel as interesting the second time you watched it as it does once you know everything that's happened.
Yeah. I think the beauty of that is as well. The second time you watch it, you've kind of, or the few times you watch after, you're piecing it together. Still, if you get what I mean, because
Yeah.
of the order, you've gone past. So I've just watched the film to actually what is the exact order.
It sort of makes you automatically start dissecting it.
yeah,
People that wouldn't necessarily look into films enough to dissect them. When it's in the wrong order like that, you have to.
You have to
because
think
then
about
you
it
start
more.
thinking, oh, what order does this happen in? Then you start picking out little details, which I
There's
think is a huge benefit to a film like that.
It's quite interesting. There's this film. I think it's called Vantage Point.
Yes, there's
Which
lots of
it doesn't do the exact same thing. It's not like
You see different
you see
people's-
different, yeah. So
it's
you kind of
vignettes,
go
isn't
back
it?
on it
It's-
and like yeah. Which that was a very big thing. Like when I first saw the film, that was a really big
Yeah.
aspect of it. That's something that kind of brought me into it. It's just the fact that it goes back to then go through
You
that
keep
story
seeing
and
it from the different.
and then it just obviously goes
perspectives.
into one climax at the end where it all comes together. Pulp Fiction doesn't really do that.
No.
It's still just
It's more just the stories, and it's sort of changed into an order that makes it so that it crescendos really well.
yeah.
That's the only thing I can see why they're in a particular order, because it doesn't necessarily change the story, the order that they're in. It's all stuff-
wait, say that sentence again because it lost me. It doesn't necessarily change the story order they're in.
No, the story, the order that it's in.
Yeah,
The order
yeah.
that's in doesn't change the story.
Oh yeah.
The story still happens whatever way you look at it.
Yeah.
It's still the same story, and getting different bits of information even don't seem to change much about it.
No.
It just
Very.
makes it so that it starts off really well, and then it just builds and builds and builds, and gets fucking weird. It just goes all over the place.
No, it does. I think one thing about the order that I think is really good is how it lets you kind of, I guess, understand the characters as well.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like we see them, like so we see the scene.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, so we see the scene in the
The diner
yeah, that's
The
literally
beginning?
the beginning scene.
with pumpkin and honey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that one. So we kind of we get there with the beginning of the robbery,
Yeah.
and then was it closer to the end or the middle? We go
It's
through the
near
full-
enough right at the end. It might even be the end.
Yeah, I think it's so. Yeah, I think it's literally about the end.
I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
it's the
yeah,
end.
because Samuel he survives it, doesn't he? And
Yeah.
he's just kind of
He's
there.
the person that's in the diner while it's all happening.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you don't know at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Which that actually is quite cool about it as well. That you go away from it, you learn about him, it
Yeah,
goes back to it, and
yeah.
then when it pans across to you, you're like, oh shit, they're fucked.
And yeah, even
they're outnumbered by that one man.
yeah.
Because you know all of the things.
You
that
know
he
what
did.
he's
Is it
done
just
and
him,
that.
or are they not both there?
I'm
They're
not
both
too
there.
sure. Didn't I think one of the?
Aren't
Oh
they?
no,
And they're
both
wearing
there.
their shitty t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
aren't they?
exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, but maybe they're not the best. The best example. I think Mr. Wallace is actually the best example.
Yeah.
Because we get shown all the different sides of what's happened.
What's happened to
And
him.
then, you know, he's
Yeah.
from this big bad boss to this broken down man who's,
Yeah.
you know, like, and so I think it's really good for that, the character engagement. And
Yeah.
like, because it doesn't play out as a normal kind of, this is the bad guys, this is the good guys, and this is why you should. It gives you kind of the good moments of the bad guys and the
Yeah.
bad moments of the, you know, like, so little plugs, but in really interesting order.
So the story is still the same. It's, if you were going in one line, it's the same story chopped up, but it adds to the story in the fact that
The way
it
it is, yeah.
makes you perceive people differently.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the same
definitely.
thing with the Butch and Vincent Vega thing.
Yeah.
Of you've seen quite a lot of John Travolta and you know what he does and that. If it had started with just Butch and him in the toilet and he comes out and shoots him,
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter because you'd be like, who the fuck was that guy? And then you get the backstory. But because you've already got some stuff about both of them, you get their characters involved.
yeah. No, definitely. Yeah.
And it's
No.
even like you have the thing about the watch. He says about the watch, and then you get the whole scene about
Oh,
how much that watch
What it
means.
means to him, yeah.
Yeah, which is it's just a flashback, that bit essentially. So that's like quite common to do it in that way. But this is essentially flashbacks to very recent times throughout the rest of the film. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, they're not really.
They're not
Told
flashbacks.
that- yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because you're
yeah,
getting it in all little bits. You're getting relevant information.
Yeah.
To piece it together.
Yeah, no, that's quite. I'm trying to think if he does that in any other films. Actually,
He
That
does
kind
do
of-
some weird things with having things happen after an event and not really explaining the event until things have gone on. Like Reservoir Dogs
Yeah.
is about after a bank robbery.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
see the bank
You don't see the
robbery.
bank
it's about
robbery.
what happens afterwards, and they sort of tell
And you see the planning of
They
it
tell
as
you
well.
what happened in the bank robbery
Yeah.
as it goes through the film, but you don't see any of it.
Yeah.
In Kill Bill, it's the same thing where you don't see about what their life was before. You just know that they all knew each other.
Yeah.
And then she sort of relearns everything about all of them.
I think
That's how you learn about them.
I think it's kind of. I don't know if that's a Quentin thing. I think that's just kind of traditional to stories where you're kind of dropped in the middle of the characters.
No, but a lot of films do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a traditional thing. A lot of people start from the start. A lot of people come in when the thing happens. But to go, like, there could be this entire other thing and then not show that. And
Yeah,
show
okay,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah, there's
afterwards
this big-
is a bit more unique.
Yeah, I guess.
To go, we're not going to show them doing the bank robbery and all this stuff's going to go down in the bank robbery. To go, they've robbed the bank, now it's all going down. It's
Yeah.
about them interacting, not the bank robbery itself.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right.
It's quite
you're right. It's quite
interesting.
interesting. It is quite interesting because anyone else could just eat a whole 40 to 50 minutes of a film on the bank robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You don't need any of that.
Yeah. You just,
And I think a lot of things should learn from that.
Yeah.
I think nobody ever needs to see another Spider-Man film where he gets bitten by a spider.
No.
There's been 2 of those. Everyone already knows.
Yeah,
Just
but I
crack
mean,
on
one of
with
them
him
was
doing
obviously
stuff.
reboot in a
But they
sense,
don't need to reboot and show that bit. They can reboot and then just go, he's Spider-Man, he's been Spider-Man for 10 years. This
Yeah,
is what's
going
happening
on.
in his
Well,
life.
this is what's
that's
happening with
important.
Logan. And she's gonna be crazy.
No, but that's the different thing, isn't it? Because that's already established. It's in the same chain.
Yeah,
That's,
well,
that's
yeah,
not just
well,
jumping into it, is it? Because they've done it all.
Oh no, well, the X-Men films are actually
It's
quite
technically
interesting
the
for that.
7th.
Or Wolverine
film.
film or X-Men film. X-Men film.
Because
Wolverine's only
X-Men
got
film,
about
I
3 or
suppose.
4, ain't he?
No, he's in. So he's got This is the third one that's about just him.
Yeah.
And he's in all three of the original ones.
Yeah.
The Bryan Singer and whoever did
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
third
he?
one.
I don't remember.
He had a little bit in the other ones, didn't he? In First Class and that. He had like a cameo.
First Class, I think he did, but
He's
not in
like there,
Apocalypse.
but he was. I don't remember Apocalypse
Yeah.
that well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a
I know
good
I haven't
one,
seen
isn't it?
Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a good
remember
one.
End of Days that well.
Okay. I don't think I remember that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
just think
Oh,
you don't necessarily need the genesis of the character in every film to just jump into a different point in time is more interesting. Or even that's actually a good thing. It brings it back to the chronological ordering being wrong.
yeah.
Deadpool. Deadpool just starts with him getting into shit, and then it goes back into how he ends up in the shit, and it keeps switching back and forward.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
And no, obviously it doesn't. It does sort of in that one, I suppose. It does sort of have his genesis. In the comics, he doesn't really have a genesis. It's kind of just like he's just fucked up, and he sort of there are so many different versions of it. But the difference with Deadpool is they're kind of all canon because he's always lying.
Yeah.
So whereas there are different
That's
universes in other things, Deadpool is just like maybe that's true, maybe that's just some bollocks he made up, maybe he just doesn't remember.
Yeah.
It could be anything. But I suppose he did have a proper origin story in
He
the
did.
Deadpool film,
He did, yeah.
and
It did have
it
a
goes
bit of
back to it. And having it in that order makes it more interesting as well because you've seen what he's become, and then you go back to how and you see how different. he was. You get
actually,
the comparison.
because the first scene's him stopping the robbers.
It's him on the bridge. He jumps into the car.
Yeah.
Is the opening,
Quite.
and
It does add. I think. I mean, that as a just as a film does add to the film definitely. And with regards to wanting to watch the rest of it, obviously knowing that this big event has happened, you just know, like in Reservoir Dogs, you just know that through the film more is going to be revealed. So like you want to watch it more. I mean, Reservoir Dogs does a lot of amazing things where it just kind of, breaking down about the snitch and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's quite interesting.
that's not what I think holds your attention in Reservoir Dogs. I think what holds your attention in that is more that
it's a tense situation.
Yeah,
like, it's just the situation itself is just really tense.
it's interesting that it feels like they've got all this like history between them, but
Yeah,
none of
but
them know
they
each
don't
other's
know each
name. They
other,
don't have
yeah,
any
yeah.
history. It's just like their history is literally that bank robbery
Yeah,
from
yeah.
before.
Yeah, met
yeah.
to establish names and roles, and that was it, really, wasn't it?
There are a lot of films that start with the end. We're talking about switching the order just from that. It's like, alright?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is it Sunset Boulevard that starts with him dead in the pool, and it has like the ghosts talking, and then it goes back
Sunset
into
Boulevard.
his life?
Who was that?
Who was that? God, don't remember at all who it was in that. It's an old film.
Oh, actually, wait. No, I was gonna say films that start at the end, but this is actually a different thing.
It was Billy Wilder directed it. I was just double checking that before I said it in case I was wrong about that. I like Billy Wilder.
Sunset Boulevard. No, it doesn't ring a bell, unfortunately.
It's a very old film.
I don't deal with old films, mate.
I don't believe in time.
Yeah.
It's from the 50s. It's from 1950.
No, anything older than me. I
But
don't
that
watch.
kind of starts from then. What are the 80s? Who is this Arnold Schwarzenegger? I only know him as the governor of California.
He used to act.
Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Just on a side note, we shouldn't be surprised that Trump is president because they've clearly got a history of hiring TV personalities as their government officials.
Well,
So,
yeah.
like
It's only the second one that's become president.
yeah, but I mean,
It's only the second one that's become someone in charge.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like let's just really look at that one there. But anyway, that's just a side note. We'll just pin that one over there.
Donald Trump from The Apprentice.
What, you mean, Mister, you're fired?
Let's not go back to talking about Donald Trump. So another film that I really like that's in it's about time in Men of Ants. So it has a lot to do with the fact that it's a cyclical film. I think this is quite interesting. We're talking about different ways. It's a cycle. So the beginning is the end, and it can repeat infinitely. Which a lot of people really like this film and still don't seem to get that as the concept.
What film is this again?
Donnie Darko.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So the beginning of Donnie Darko has the stuff about the plane turbine landing that's fallen off of the plane and lands in the town, and it destroys Donnie's room, and it's like, whoa, it's lucky he got out of that. And then there's all this whole film where it's like the end of the world is coming. And again, spoilers for the film. Should have seen Johnny Darko as well.
Yeah, probably. Even I've seen it, so you're slacking.
Good film.
Yeah.
If we talk about any film, you don't listen to
Watch
us.
it.
Don't listen to us explain the ending. Watch the film.
Pause
If we
it,
say
watch
it's a
the
good
film and come back.
Unless we start off by saying it's a shit film, don't watch it. You should watch the film before we talk about it.
Yeah.
But the end of Johnny Darko, he goes and lays down in his bed, and the sort of weird time streamy thing moves the turbine off the plane engine off of the wing of the plane, and it crushes him while he's in his room, and he dies. That's how the film ends.
So it could have started the same way.
So it could have started with him dying, but you've got all this stuff.
That's
so
it,
essentially,
exactly.
everything that's happened in between is like a potential for his life.
Yeah.
And it ends
So
with
he
him
could-
getting crushed, and then the mum sees...
Wait, why did he get crushed?
Sees... what's her name? Gretchen, the girl that he was with.
Yeah.
And they don't know each other. So they sort of have this weird somber wave at each other, like, do they know each other? Shouldn't she be more sad about this? Because it was her boyfriend who's just died, but it's just like a weird little moment. But they don't know each other because that is potentially
So you
an alternate timeline, and that's what's happened.
You say, I mean, not to...
So it's not necessarily cyclical, it's more that everything that's happened in the film hasn't
could
happened.
potentially not be
he's just
happening.
dead.
So is it just a dream?
It's not a dream. It's more like the opposite
Is
of
it a
his life
premonition?
flashing before his eyes.
Is it
It's
a premonition?
his future flashing before his eyes
Like a
before he
premonition?
dies. It's not a premonition either. don't ruin the film. And if you, here's a good one of not to watch. If you also want to ruin the film, watch the director's cut of it, because it's worse than the normal cut of it. The normal cut is far superior. The director's cut puts in a lot of stuff that kind of ruins the ending.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
it's just like, oh,
Thanks,
this was
mate.
unnecessary.
Those ones.
Okay. And I suppose if we're talking about films where we're sort of looking into the time being wrong, there are
Being wrong.
films about time.
Like,
There are several films about time. Back to the Future 2.
why not the first one?
Because the first one, he goes back in time and does all the stuff to save himself in the future. In the second film, they go back in time to when they went back in time, and they see themselves doing things in the past as well, don't they? So they sort of double back on themselves.
So why does that change anything?
No, I'm just saying to put it in a sense of having it out of order.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
So in the first one, it
We've
is
got
just
two
them going
kind of
back in time,
parallel
and that's the
times.
narrative. It is a straightforward narrative.
Yeah.
Whereas if you considered it the first film and the second film, they do a
There's
thing, and then
two
it goes back
parallel
into
things
what you've already
happening,
seen again, and you see it from a different perspective. And
Yeah.
all the things that have happened in the first one are slightly affected by the things they do in the second one.
Okay.
Like they bump into people, and he steals his wallet and stuff like that. Biff's wallet after he's knocked him out.
Yeah.
So it
Okay,
all kind of
yeah,
plays into it. But
yeah.
he's not stealing his wallet, so he's stealing the almanac, isn't he? But they think he's stolen his wallet. Which is
Well,
a
I
thing
don't
that
remember
happens
the
in
second
the
one
first film. They all crowd around him.
Oh,
But in the
yeah,
second
yeah,
film,
yeah.
after... So his dad, George, knocks out Biff Tannen, the school
Yeah.
bully. And in the first one, there's a group of people crowd around him
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, and there's so many people around him. Whereas in the second film, you see he was there, then the future version of himself, of Marty, goes back, and then he's one of the crowd that crowd around him, and he knows it's about to happen because he was there when he punched him in the face in the
Yeah.
first place, or he knows about it. So he uses it as an opportunity to steal back
Steal
the
the-
sports
yeah,
almanac,
yeah.
which is what he's been trying to get the whole film.
Yeah, then that's why the second one. Fair enough.
Yeah,
It's I love the film in my mind.
interesting.
It was a long film, and then it just totally lost me now. Damn.
Time.
Like, is it in
Is it
okay, well,
time
no,
in
you
the
know, yeah,
movie?
it's like films where like you already know the main character's dead, but they're still kind of narrating it. So the one I had in mind was American Beauty, whereas obviously like
I don't think I've seen American Beauty.
oh, okay. I think he's dead at the end. Of
You
American
can still
Beauty.
explain it to me.
Well, he's dead at the end of American Beauty, but he narrates the whole film.
Yeah.
So it's like obviously that's a little bit of a throw in time because it's like you're expecting him to, because it's narrating, you're expecting him to be alive
Do
in
you
that
mean
moment.
like Desperate Housewives? Where she's murdered at the beginning and then she narrates the entire series?
Desperate Housewives?
Yeah, that is what happens in Desperate Housewives.
I don't think I've watched Desperate Housewives.
That's not really a time thing, I'm just saying this is similar to what
Oh,
you're trying
right,
to say.
fair enough. I haven't watched
The first
Desperate
episode
Housewives
of
today.
Desperate Housewives, I've not like watched the whole series, I just remember
there's
this
nothing wrong
because
with
I
it, no.
read a thing about it, it's quite interesting. The first one starts with
It's alright if you
one
watch
of
Desperate
their group
Housewives,
of friends being killed,
Yeah.
and that's the person that narrates the
Who
entire
narrates the
series. I just
whole-
always thought that was I was reading about a narration concept,
Oh, okay.
but I always thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, I
So
think
that's
the
kind of
same
what you're
thing.
talking about.
Yeah, same thing.
So that's what Sunset Boulevard is. To go back to that, it starts with him dead in the pool when he narrates that.
That's
film,
what.
and it goes
that's
back to
what-
talking about his life, but he can narrate it retrospectively because it starts with him being dead,
Yeah.
which does happen in a lot of things. I can't remember if it's a particular story because we were talking about superheroes before. With the Punisher, there's an ongoing thing that's his war journals. I can't remember if it's a specific arc or if it's an adaptation of one of them. But it might be the game. It might be the video game. I always liked how it worked in that, where it's him explaining all the things that have happened, but he's actually been arrested, and he's explaining it to the
Oh,
cop
like
that's on his side.
yeah. So you do get films like that where it gets to the point.
Yeah, when there's a reason why they're narrating it.
Oh, what's a really
Because they're
good
actually
film
involved.
that does this? What's a really good film that does this? Inside Job.
I remember that film.
Yeah,
That's a
with the
clever
bank
film.
robbery. That's really
It's
clever
a-
film. Really
It's a
clever
really
film.
clever way to rob a bank.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying it myself.
Great. Living there for like fucking 3 days after. Where are we going to search for the villains? Not in the bank. Yeah, that's really clever. And obviously that goes through, there's a point where they're narrating it to, it starts off with him having that conversation to the camera,
Yeah.
but at that point he's already either, it's after the bank robbery basically, but it's not at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Because he's in that room, again, spoiler, but he's already in that holding room that they created for after the bank robbery.
Yeah.
That's where he does
That's
that
where
address to the camera, which
Yeah.
is what you see at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
They go through the robbery and then you kind of meet him at that spot, and then the ending happens.
Yeah.
So that's
There
that's
are quite a lot of films
Yeah,
that do,
yeah,
aren't
yeah.
there, really, that have the end bit at the beginning to make it all make sense and you come back to the point that you're at. But I suppose the thing with Pulp Fiction, going back
Is
to
it
that,
was-
is
it
that
was
it's
just-
not just going back to what it was at the beginning, which it does do.
Yeah, yeah,
It ends
yeah.
with the beginning, but everything else is so out of order
There's no clear order.
that it's just like clips.
Yeah.
It's like just getting
Yeah,
little
isn't it?
chunks of.
It's like a sketch film.
It's kind of like a sketch film.
yeah.
You just
Yeah.
get these parts of their lives and how they interweave, and it's more just like this could have been a trilogy, and you're just getting like the actual relevant bits of information.
Yeah. No, that is shit. Because there were like all the stories that were in it, as linked as they were,
Yeah.
they could have been standalone stories.
There
They
could have been,
easily
it
the
could have
story
been
of-
3 different films. couldn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
It could have just been a film about what's happening with Butch.
Yeah.
It could have just been a film about what's happening with Vince. Vince and Jules together, and a film just about what Vince is doing with whatever Uma Thurman's called. Name's gone completely out of my head.
Oh no.
But
Mrs.
yeah.
Wallace.
Mrs. Wallace, Mia
Yeah,
Wallace.
this one. Go on.
Could have just been a film about those separate things, and they could have
Yeah.
all ended with bits about Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah.
But then to take the bits that are actually good about them and make it just one film where you've got the chunks that are the important information and the actual interesting and the actual entertaining parts. Because I would say there is no lull in that film at all. I don't think there's a lot of it is just them talking, but I don't think there's a part in that film where I go, oh, I wish it'd get to this bit now. It's kind of like
'Cause,
all of it
yeah,
is just
yeah.
the good bits.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
is,
the
it
highlights.
Is, it is. I think that's why, because I'm thinking about it now. There's a lot of like just very memorable scenes,
Yeah.
like the dance
Or
scene,
even that's
the
what-
burger scene,
Yeah.
the overdose scene.
Yeah, the epinephrine needle.
Yeah, and then obviously the gimp scene.
Yeah.
And that it's literally because they had it in that structure of
Yeah.
this happened and this
You
happened.
remember it as separate
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not like one very long story, and this is happening within the story. It's like, no, this happened then, that happened then, that happened then, and it's just like it's like basically like someone going through a story, like how I would tell you a story where I'm just like, oh no, and then that happened.
Oh yeah,
and then it's wait, and then you know what I mean? Like it's like you get, it's like
kind of like you're remembering all the things that happened.
Yeah. That's quite. And then it's like, oh, do you know what even started this? And then that's where it gets right to the start, where you're like, oh, it all kicked off in fucking blah blah blah, having blah blah blah. Right?
I think it aids a lot of Quentin Tarantino's whole style.
Weird as
Part
shit.
of his auteur. No, not just the weirdest shit. He does humdrum really well. He does people sitting around talking or walking around talking about nonsense really
Makes the
well.
mundane
Just
look more
interesting
exciting,
conversations that are like something you'd overhear someone talk about and remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But it works well in that film because they don't have to be interwoven. Because you can have a scene where two people are talking about how rubbing someone's wife's feet is a violation.
Yeah. Which is really.
If you tried to weave that into the story, it'd be
conversation.
like, why the fuck are they talking about this?
Yeah.
But the fact that everything's all over the place and it just goes to that is like,
Random
it's so
conversations
acceptable
work.
to have them just talk nonsense for a bit,
Oh.
and it works in his own to his own style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It adds
No,
to him
that's-
as a
makes
writer.
sense. Guess in a sense that's why Kill Bill works as well. It's the kind of cotton element of it is like the Kill Bill obviously is so it's more structured, but really
that's
it's not.
chapterized.
There
are chapter headings for Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But in Kill Bill, they're chronologically
chronology.
chaptered.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of flashbacks, but
Yeah, but it still feels like it's chunks.
Yeah.
It feels like it could be a TV series.
It does. I mean, especially like, you know, when you've got the bit where she's training, like that whole bit feels like it's a totally different segment. It feels like it makes sense within the story, but even the style of that bit when she was training, even like visually, it looks
different from everything else. And it becomes more acceptable to the general viewer to see that.
Yeah.
Because it's chapterized.
Yeah, because
it's closed off.
Yeah.
It feels like it's its own separate bit.
No, that's quite interesting actually. And you don't really realise how many films use it, but
it's the thing. Obviously, every film just cuts ahead to what's important.
Of course.
But
keep
it's
it
just going to show people just walking around doing nothing. That would be very, very dull. But the way that it's done I suppose Kill Bill is another good example. As much as it's in order, to sort of bookend things and do them in chunks like that, make it feel different.
Yeah, but
it isn't different, but it feels different. As a viewing experience, it feels.
Yeah, definitely.
You take it in a different way that you can go, that happened in this part.
But I think that's just back to his shooting style. Maybe that's just his comic element to it, because he does. I feel like when I watch
a little bit comic book.
Yeah, he's got that kind of comic book. It's not like it's a comic.
It's like an issue.
Yeah, you know, like it's just like, you know, you feel like you could have, like you said, it could have been a TV series where you feel like there's a next issue coming up.
Yeah.
There's a next kind of storyline coming up somewhere.
Yeah.
But really, it's just one big film that's just kind of covering little segments. But it does work because, in a way, he just gets to the point. Like he just gets to the point. This is, and it's not getting to the point of, oh, let's just go shoot everything. It's like, these are the critical bits. This is what you need to know.
Yeah.
Boom. Like, let's just go for it. Where a lot of films, especially thrillers, as much as I love thrillers, I love really good thrillers, but they do have an element of dragging things out too much.
Yeah, it's because it's supposedly how you do suspense.
It's just, but
I think you get as much suspense in it just building up just before it happens than you do for the whole.
No, yeah, you don't need it to be slow. There's building suspense and then just being slow at times.
There are plenty of films where they don't need to be as long as they are. If there was some way to put them into the mechanic of having them in the chunks that are important and just squishing them together would be better. To cut out some of the other little bits that don't seem necessary.
Don't need it. Cut it.
So I think that's just it's another thing that's just interesting.
It's just something there. It's just a wonderful time. Sorry.
Wow, that's just like the name of the show.
Oh my god.
That's it time wise. I think we've used up all of our time, especially talking about fucking categories at the beginning. Used up plenty of time.
because categories are important.
That was the biggest waste of time.
One of the most shocking statistics I've heard of lately is actually 2 out of 7 cats don't have degrees. They don't
But
have
how
a
do they
degree.
get jobs?
That's the problem. They're actually all on the catnip.
What is this World Cup?
They're all on the catnip. You find them in the corners, just kind of, nipped out of the head.
Getting nipped up.
They're getting nipped up. So I just want to let everyone out there just know that we need to advocate for more categories, and
We need to help them out.
We need to help the cats, because if the cats aren't getting educated, then what's happening with the dogs?
You had nowhere to go with that, did you?
Nowhere.
You backed yourself
Like,
into a corner
what?
and tried to run
What's
through a wall.
going on? Why? Why does it matter if the cats are not getting degrees? But then, save the cats.
Right, so is there anything you'd like to plug going into the end of this? Let's do the end stuff.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to plug a charity. It's called
Let's do it for categories. That can be your plug. If you want to waste your plug on categories.
Yeah, it's called Meow Mouth, and it's actually about just
Meow
talking
Mouth.
more. Yeah, it's just about talking more about the I'm chatting a lot of rubbish right now. I would like to plug my phone into the charger port.
Right, can I say something about the fact that I've edited 4 episodes of this? You've made that joke in all 4.
Which one?
Every time I said, do you want to plug something, you've
Yeah.
said about plugging something into the mains.
Ah,
You've said that on every
So I'm
single
not
episode
original.
so far.
damn, man.
You're not only not original, you're referencing your fucking self, mate.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the best people do that. Oh, it's worse when you actually have proof that this happened. Nah, there's no.
It's gonna be like your
So I'll
catchphrase.
I'll tell people to go watch some Def Jam poetry, man, and just enjoy some poetry in your life, man. My favorite being Kanye's Bittersweet, but obviously there's a lot out there.
There's a lot of
for
good
everyone.
stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. This poem by, I can't remember his name, is good. It's DIS poem. That's a really good poem as well. And what's his name done the industry poem, which is really good actually. What's DMX done the industry poem? Really good, really good. He's actually a good poet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't guess that with all the growls. With all the But apparently that works in poetry. There you go.
See, but once DMX gets onto being Tesla, once he starts working with Elon Musk, he won't make that noise on these songs anymore. He'll just go.
And he's actually gonna come out of the doghouse. He's gonna come out of the doghouse and get a cat degree. So it's just gonna change the whole.
I
DMX.
realised that I hadn't plugged my friend's band, who I probably should have
Hey friends.
by now. My friend James, who's in a band called
Hey,
Vermilion.
James. Hey man.
You can find them on SoundCloud. So if you search Vermilion, I think it's
Vermilion.
Vermilion, like the colour,
Ooh.
like the colour red. I think it's. Oh, this is awkward. I think it's Vermilion World is the end of their.
Vermilion World.
I think
Vermilion
it is.
World.
I think it's SoundCloud / Vermilion something. I should have researched before I'd said this, but it's just suddenly dawned on me that I should have mentioned it by now. You're just going to keep singing it. But if you're in London, look out for them. They're doing a lot of gigs at the moment. They're really good. They're like a sort of...
What are they called?
Slightly... Fuck off. They're called the Fuck Off Dowders. They're like a sort of slightly psychedelic sounding metal-y band almost. It's like harder rock music, but then with singing that's kind of slightly trippy, beat sounding. It's kind of like that, but really good. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Okay.
Go study for your cat degrees. Yes, look up Vermilion. I'll put a link in this on everywhere so that you can find it anyway. Bam.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't remember it, I'll do that.
Links.
Yes, go listen to them, or if you're in London, you can find them playing gigs, loads of places.
Vermilion.
And also shout out to Studio 3 where we are, of course, as we're coming to the end. And thank you very much for listening. Please follow, subscribe, comment about things that we missed or your own ideas about the things we've talked about, what we should have talked about, what we should be talking about. And if you liked it, go onto iTunes and write us a review and tell us how amazing we are,
Give us
because it
5 stars
helps
and
get us
everything.
exposure. We need exposure.
We need exposure.
Not the flasher kind. The
Not
good
the,
kind.
I was thinking about that. Not that I was
thinking about flashing.
Yeah, no, not that I was thinking about. Yeah. The more you explain things, the worse it gets. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone.
See you next week. Goodbye.
It's a wonderful waste of time.